What's up, guys? Diggin Dave. I have a box of half dollars. I've taken a little break on halves for the past month or so because I really haven't been finding any silver or anything. But I picked up a box of half dollars from the bank and no silver enders, but I do see a proof ender right here. 1983S. So we do have a proof half dollar, which is pretty cool. I didn't weigh the rolls, so I don't know if we have any heavy rolls, but I did not see any silver enders. Half dollars, that's pretty normal. I used to find silver enders a few years back. Doesn't really happen anymore. I think just a lot of people doing half dollars and not a lot of silver left. But let's get digging. I have, this is going to be the first box for this video, and hopefully we find some cool stuff. Well, we have that proof ender, that I showed you guys right there. I'm only on roll number 3. It's not a silver, but right here I see a thick rim. We might have a little bit of maybe a proof dump. I like finding silver, but proof coins are fun. The end is just a 21 Philly. Is this a proof? It does look like a proof right here. Yep, 1972S. So hopefully there's some silver in here. I like finding proof half dollars, but hopefully we can find some silver too. So I'm now at the proof ender roll, which I think is roll number 1011. Right here, this was the ender. Haven't found any silver, no more proofs, but 1983S. Pretty nice looking, actually. Has a nice thick rim on it, so that's proof number 2. Hopefully there's some silver or something else in this box. Proof half dollars are fun, but man, it's getting tough finding silver in halves. Let's keep on digging. Roll number 15 of box 1, we 100% have another proof. That has to be a proof. Look how thick that rim is. What are these two here? That's just a 2001 82 Denver. This has to be a proof. Oh, wow, that's a newer proof. Look at that, guys. 2006S. Wow, that's pretty nice looking. 2006S. That is a newer proof. That's going to be proof half dollar number 3 for this box. Pretty cool. Well, guys, box 1 slowed down a little bit. I'm on roll number 34. It's not a silver, but I did just find another proof. This one is a little bit toned. Look at that. 1983S. Very interesting toning on that. That's pretty cool looking, but that's going to be proof half dollar number 4. Let's keep on digging. Roll 37. This is a very interesting box. We're not finding any silver, but I'm pretty sure we have another proof right here. Not this one, but you see how thick that rim is? What's this right here? That's just a nice 97. This has to be a proof. Wow, that's not a proof. Look at that rim. Oh, I got bamboozled. Maybe this came out of a mint set. That's a really nice 90 Denver. Look how thick the rim is. Well, I got faked out. I thought that was a proof half dollar. Never mind. 95. All right. Maybe in the last 13 rolls we can squeeze out one piece of silver, man. I love half dollars, but just have not been finding silver lately. Let's keep on digging. Roll number 42, guys. I already saw what it is, but I found something pretty cool. I saw this rim right here. It just looked like a really nice rim. It's not thick enough to be a proof, but I pulled it out, and look at the date. 1987 Denver. So for you guys who don't know, for 1987, it's fairly low mintage. You can see both the same mintage for Philadelphia and Denver, just over 2.8 million. So lower mintage, but look here. Not issued for circulation, included with mint and souvenir sets. So these were not, this is a NIFC, not intended for circulation. This one here is in pretty nice condition. They're not super valuable, but starting off at $1.50, could be up to $180 if it was in like MS67, but 1987, that is pretty cool. I'll take that. 1987 NIFC. Well, guys, there was no silver in box 1, but not a terrible box. We got 4 proof half dollars and an 87 Denver, so not a complete skunk box. 72S, 2 83Ss, and a 2006S proof. No silver. Normally when you find like proof half-dollars and stuff in the box. There's normally a couple silvers mixed in, but not this time, unfortunately. I'll be back when I get some more half-dollar boxes. Next, we'll do box number 2, and we'll keep on digging. All right, guys, well, it's a couple weeks later, and I was able to pick up another half-dollar box. It's going to be box number 2 for this video. For box 1, a recap, we got the 4 proofs and an 87 Denver. I actually found another 87 Denver I forgot to film in box number 1. So we technically got 2 87 Denver NIFCs, 4 proofs. Box number 2, though, guys, I haven't done this for a while, but we have a silver ender. I marked this roll with a yellow Sharpie. It weighs 225.50, so that's normal weight. So most likely a 40%er, but I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera. But I can tell it has the silver look. I'm like 90% sure that's going to be a silver ender. You can see the difference in color. And I did weigh the rolls. We had 2 heavier rolls, a 226.5, another 226.5. Anytime I get over 226.2 and higher, I start to get hopeful that they're silver. So maybe a 90%er, maybe a 40%er. I don't know, 226.5. It's heavy, but not super heavy. Then one more, we had a 226.31. There might not be anything in this roll, but it's a little bit heavier than normal. The rest were just normal weight. But again, we have a silver ender here, and that's 225.5. That's pretty normal weight right there. So the 40%ers, the 40% silvers are not going to be too much heavier. Like you really can't tell by weighing the roll if you'll have a 40%er. The 90%ers can start to get a little heavier, but you don't know for sure. So I'm going to do these rolls last. The ender and the 3 heavy rolls I'll probably open up live. I'll bring you guys in if I find anything else in this box, box number 2, but I'm excited. It's been a long time since I had a silver ender. Let's get digging into box number 2 for this video. All right, guys, like I said, I set these 4 rolls aside. I'm going to open these last. Gone through quite a few rolls in box 2, but this roll right here, I opened it up and it didn't have a super obvious silver edge, but I already checked. It looks a little bit different. Listen. Right there, guys, we are going to have a silver. It's going to be a 40%er, 1967. Looks like it was polished or something. 1967 40%er. I'll take it. Let's keep on digging through box 2. Right, guys, so I'm technically on roll number 40, even though there's only 6 rolls left in the box. We have the 4 marked rolls here. Roll number 40, I think we're going to have another 40%er right there. I'm just glad to be finding a little bit of silver. No 90%ers, but yeah, that looks silver. 1967. Sweet. So I think we're guaranteed 3 40%ers because that looks like a 40%er there by the weight. And then I don't know, these rolls here could just be heavy. I've had it in the past where I've had heavy rolls and there's no silver in the rolls. You never know. But 226.5 on both of those. Getting a little heavy. But 2 67s and the ender. Good box in my opinion. Let's keep on digging. All right, guys, I'm down to these 4 rolls. In the box, other than these rolls, so the other 46 rolls, we got 2 silvers, both 40%ers, 67s. You know what? I think I'm going to do the 226.31, the 2 226.5s, and then I'll open up the ender last. Probably a 67 if I had to guess, but you never know. All right, let me set up my tripod. All right, so we have this roll here, 226.31. Let's see if we have any silver in it. It's a little bit heavy. Might not be anything in it, but you never know. And I don't think there's anything in it. It wasn't super heavy, just a little bit. Don't hear any silver, though. All right. All right, we have a 226.50. It's getting a little bit heavy there. Doesn't mean they're silver, but you never know. 226.50. Wow, was that another roll with... That's heavy. It's kind of heavy to have no silver in it. Man, thought we might have something there. It's kind of a nice shiny one there. Just Just a bicentennial. No silver. Another 226.50, so I guess that doesn't mean you're going to have silver even if it's pretty heavy. No, we have a really shiny one here though. What's that? Just a really shiny bicentennial. Maybe that gave it a little extra weight. But man, I was really hoping for some silver in these rolls. A little bit heavier. 2023. It's a nice 73 Denver. I can check for a double die. Well, we're down to the last roll in box number 2. Weighs normal, 225.50, but looks like a silver ender right there. I could be wrong, but it really has the silver look. And that is going to be a silver on the end, just as I thought. Another 67. Okay. Was there any other silver in this roll that I missed? Last roll for box 2. I don't think so. So that means for box number 2, we're going to have 3 silvers, 3 40%ers, all 1967s. Not too bad. Let me check this 73 Denver under my scope here quick off camera. No doubling on that. Guys, these back here, I don't think I'm going to hold on to them, but I know some people like NIFCs, not intended for circulation. We had a couple nicer ones, a 2008, 2006, another 2006, an 89 Philly, nice condition, and a 2008. I don't keep NIFCs, but they were extra shiny, so I thought I'd show them to you guys. All right, so that means for box number 2, let me get my pen out. For box number 2, we had 3 40%ers. Not too bad nowadays, guys. Just finding any type of silver in half dollars is lucky. Dimes, quarters, whatever, it's getting tough. Let me look this up really quick. As of filming this on July 25th, 2025. Let me go ahead and look this up quick. I know I'll put it on the screen for you guys, but let's see, 1 40%er, $5.63, and 3 40%ers has a value of $16.89. Just under half of an ounce of silver. Guys, I'm going to try to get some more boxes to add to this video, but box number 2 gave us 3 silvers. I'm happy with that. All right, guys, let's keep on digging. I'll be back when I get some more half-dollar boxes. I am back, guys. I picked up 2 more boxes of half dollars. It's a couple days later. It's going to be box 3 and box number 4. I'm pretty excited. We did not have any silver enders, but I did weigh the rolls. And, guys, look right here. We have a 227.15, hopefully guaranteed 90%er anytime it's over 227. I normally have at least multiple 40%ers or a 90. Right here we have a 226.60. Pretty heavy. They're, sometimes the rolls are heavy, but normally when they're heavier, they're silver. We have a 226.30, and this is weird. Very light. This is a 224, but there's a weird line in this roll, 224, so there might be a foreign coin in this roll. You look, there's kind of something bulged out there in the roll. And then I'm going to do this box last. Again, we have another. This is 227.58, very heavy roll. We have a 226.60, 226.4, 226.37, and a 226.36. Now, the yellow ones are slightly heavy, not guaranteed silver, but that 227.58, hopefully guaranteed silver. Hopefully there's some 40%ers in here as well. 40%ers normally don't weigh any, you can't tell by weighing the roll that they're heavier. But let's go into box number 3. Let's get digging. I'll do the marked rolls last. But hopefully there's some other cool finds in the other rolls. Dig on to box number 3. Well, guys, I'm well into box 3. No silver, but I opened up this roll and I see a thicker rim. I already saw what it was. It is a proof, but I'm not sure who would do this. Someone scratched their initials in it. RFT, is that Rob Finds Treasure? Pretty sure Rob finds treasure. Most of you guys watch his channel. Probably know who he is, but I'm pretty sure Rob Finds Treasure would not scratch up and deface a proof $half. What does that say? 252 RFT. I'm not sure if another coin roll hunter just looking for silver was just being an asshole and decided to scratch his initials. 252 RFT. No idea. I'll hold on to it. It is a proof, 1999 S proof, but that's kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure. I can't think of a reason other than a coin roll hunter why they would mark a proof $half. I see, looks like a 252 at the neck, then RFT. Yeah, that's kind of a not very nice move to scratch up and deface a proof $half, even though it's not in the best condition. I'm not sure why someone would do that, but well, I'm pretty sure we have guaranteed silver here in the 227. I don't know about these. They're slightly heavy. This is really light, but I thought with a really heavy roll, we'd at least be finding maybe some 40%ers, but we haven't found any silver yet in box 3. Box 2, we had the 3 40%ers. This box is from the same bank, so I don't know. Let's keep on digging. Very next roll, nothing crazy, but this had a shiny, kind of thicker rim. Thought maybe a proof, but it's an 87 Philadelphia. 87, not intended for circulation, only in mint sets, so kind of cool. Not very valuable, a little lower mintage. I think like $2.5 million for Philly and Denver, but a proof in an 87, but still no silver. At least no silver yet. Let's keep on digging. Well, there was no silver in the non-marked rolls, so we have 4 rolls here that are marked special. So that means 46 rolls just gave me the 87 and the proof that somebody marked. Box number 2 had the 3 40% silvers, and this box is from the same bank, so I really thought we're going to have some more 40%ers, but I guess not. But I'll set up the tripod. I'll open up this light roll. I think there's a foreign coin in it. This one, 226.6, and then 227.15. I'm pretty sure we're going to have at least a 90%er in there, hopefully. So let me set up the tripod. Let's open up these rolls. All right, so this roll right here weighs pretty light, 224. A normal $half roll will weigh like 225.5 to 226. And it also has kind of a weird line in it, so I'm thinking maybe some sort of foreign coin in this roll. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and open it up. See what we have. And I'm going to say that is a foreign coin. Is this a proof $half? Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That is a proof $half, 1995S. It's pretty dirty. So we have a proof $half right there, and then I think this might be a British penny. I found these before, but you never know how old they're going to be. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, that is really cool, guys. This is not British. This is actually Australia. King George V. Look at that, 1942. Australia penny with a big kangaroo on the back. That is actually really cool. That's really cool. A proof in a 1942 Australia penny with King George VI on it. Well, that's a pretty interesting roll. I don't think we have any silver in this roll. Let me look. Doesn't look like it. All right, next, 226.3. Not super heavy, a little heavier than normal, so there could be nothing in this roll. Maybe a 40%er. I don't know. And I was right, guys. I think we have a silver right here. Awesome. That's not silver, is it? Nope, 74. Denver, but this right here looks silver. Probably a 40%er by the weight. 1967. All right, so there was a 40%er in box 3. It was just in one of the marked rolls, 1967. Very cool. After box 2 had 3 40%ers, I'm like, where's all the 40%ers in box number 3? Nothing else there. Right, guys, 226, 226.60. This is a pretty heavy roll. It doesn't mean we have a guaranteed silver, but it is a pretty heavy roll. Let's go ahead and see. Right there. Is this a silver too or just dirty? There's that mark again. 252. That has to be another coin roll hunter. Look at that. 252. Over the years, now that I'm remembering, guys, I think I've seen these 3 numbers a lot in half-dollar boxes. This has to be another coin roll hunter that does a lot of half-dollars, and they mark it with 252. So if you're that person watching, I got one of your marked roll or marked half-dollars, but in the same roll, I have a silver. So you didn't find them all, buddy. Another 67. Pretty nice condition. 1967, all right. Sweet. So it looks like the marked rolls are the rolls producing in this box. Nothing else there. All right, we have a very heavy roll, 227.15. I'm hoping multiple 40%ers or maybe a 90%er, guys. Let's go ahead and see. 227.15, a very heavy roll. I think we're just going to have one silver right there in the middle, and it's probably going to be a 64 Kennedy by the look of it. I'm not seeing any other silvers, so probably a Kennedy. Yep. That's why it was so heavy. 1964, 90%er. That is awesome. So in those last 4 rolls I opened live, we got 2 40%ers, a 90%er, a proof, and a 1942 Australian penny. That is actually really cool. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything in that last roll. Not seeing any more silver. 78. Wow. So I was right. That's awesome. 2 40%ers. So we ended up with 3 silvers in box number 3. 3 silvers, 2 40s, a 90%er, a 64. You don't find 90%ers very often nowadays in 2025. It's, you're lucky if you find any silver at all, let alone 90%ers. There's so many coin roll hunters and people, especially with the price of silver being almost $39 and some change for silver an ounce. 90%ers are just hard to find. This is really cool, though. I'll have to look that up. And proof, $50. We also found these 2 things in box number 3. Another proof and an 87. Let me look up really quick what the price of a 90%er is right now. I'm filming this on July 25th, 2025. I'll put it on the screen. So a 1964... 64 Kennedy, $50, 90%. As I'm filming this, $13.77 per 90% $50. That's really Walkers, Benjis, or Kennedys. And Barbers, but Barbers are more numismatic. Let me look under my microscope really quick. There are some double dies on the 64. If I see anything, I'll add it on the screen. Not seeing any doubling. But guys, that's a great box. Box number 3. 3 silvers, 2 40s, a 64 90%ers, 2 proofs, an 87, and that 1942. This is really cool. I know it's not silver, it's just copper. Yeah, it sounds like it's just copper, but Right, guys, we're going to do one more box. Box number 4. I showed you guys earlier we do have some, we have another couple heavy rolls and stuff. So hopefully there's some more silver in box 4. I'm just glad to be finding some silver. It's been pretty rough out here in 2025. Half dollars. There's so many coin roll hunters out there, especially for half dollars, just picking out all the silver. And again, I think this RFT 252 guy, he's always marking half dollars is not sure if he was just being an ass or if he just, I don't know why you would mark a proof half dollar. That's just kind of dumb. But all right, enough of me yapping. Let's keep on digging. Let me get box number 4. Well, guys, I am down to the marked rolls or the slightly heavy rolls in box 4. There was no silver proofs, anything in the first 45 rolls since I have 5 rolls here. 227.58, very heavy roll. But let's start with the 226.36 and we'll work our way to the very heavy roll. So 226.36, a little heavy. Doesn't mean there'll be silver, but let's hope for some. And I'm not seeing none. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Yep, no silver. 226.37. Not seeing any silver, but we have a very shiny rim here. Let's see what that is. Oh, well, there's a 1987. 87 Philly, another not intended for circulation. Like I said, these really don't have a ton of value, but they're lower minted. That's kind of cool. 1987. Really sharp, bright rim. Hold on to that, but no silver, unfortunately. Let me just do the sound test. Don't hear anything. All right, 226.40, getting up there in the heaviness. Wow, 3 slightly heavy rolls in a row without silver. That's unfortunate. 74 Philly. All right, let's hope we have something here, guys, in this 226.60. Maybe a 90%er or a 40. Wow, I don't think, are you? Wow, no silver. That is crazy. 226.60. That was a heavy roll. We have nothing in this roll. Well, that stinks. 227.58. There has to be a silver in this roll. Hopefully a 90%er. Maybe a 90%er and a 40. Who knows? Let's see. And it looks like we're going to have a double silver roll, guys. I've been doing this for too long. Normally 227 on the dot, a little above is a 90%er, but it's 227.58. Was that it? Is this a 40%er? 1967, all right. And this here is probably going to be a 90%er. Has to be a 64. Wow. So all the silver for box 4 was in the same roll. We had a 90 and a 40 in the same roll. There was no other silver in the other 49 rolls. That's crazy. I guess both silvers just happened to get in the same roll, but I'm not going to complain with a 90%er, 64 Denver, and a 40%er, 67. Even though they were both in the same roll, 2 silvers for box 4. A 90%er and a 40, not too bad. Right, guys, let me do a wrap-up for this 4-box half-dollar hunt. Let me get all the finds together. I'll be right back. All right, guys, if you're still watching, thank you so much. This is probably the best half-dollar hunt I've had in a while. I got 4 1987s, not intended for circulation. I think 2 Phillies and 2 Denvers. I got that foreign, the 1942 Australian penny. with King George the Sixth. I looked it up. They minted like 9 million, so it's not rare, but it's a cool find. I got 6 proofs. 95, 90, 2000, or 1999, 2006, 72, 83, and another 83. We got 8 silvers. We got 6 40%ers and 2 90%ers from 4 boxes. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but nowadays I can easily do 4 boxes of halves and find no silver, completely skunked. So to get 8 silvers, I'm happy. All of them were 67s for the 40%ers. We had a 64 Philly and a 64 Denver. And that is 1.6 troy ounces of silver. So just a little over 1.5 ounces of silver right here. I'm happy with this hunt. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure and like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And until next time, guys, keep on digging.